A child can be born with certain conditions that cause difficulties in development and growth. Children can also be affected by sudden illnesses or accidents. The development of walking, seeing, hearing, talking, communicating, learning, forming relationships, expressing emotions, and playing can be affected in these children. This can lead to disabilities. Early identification, accurate diagnosis, and targeted intervention are the keys to minimizing the impact of disability on a child's future. Environments that deny children their rights to equal health care, education, access to physical environments, play and entertainment in their community are often equally disabling factors. The Faculty of Medicine at the University of Kelaniya, situated in Ragama, offers degree courses in medicine, speech and language therapy, audiology, occupational therapy, and physiotherapy. The faculty offers clinical services to the public and engages innovative research. Focus on Disability started 21 years ago at the University of Kelaniya when the Faculty of Medicine set up a Disability Studies unit to focus on community-based rehabilitation and related research in 1995. This unit is now a department, running undergraduate courses for speech and language therapy and audiology. Promoting the participation of people with disability in community events is a mandate of the Department of Disability Studies. The department offers speech and language therapy services for individuals with communication, speech, language, voice, fluency, and swallowing disorders. It also runs audiology services for people with hearing and balance disorders. Why then did we need to start a multidisciplinary clinic? As the clinical services of the department became known, we started to receive referrals from distant places like Anuradhapura, Hambantota, and Badulla. However, if the individuals needed further assessments from other professionals on the faculty, they had to return home and come back in a few days, which caused much inconvenience to families. Travelling long distances on public transport is very stressful and difficult with a child with disabilities. We needed to develop a clinic that worked to offer families with team care. This led to the Department of Disability Studies and the Department of Psychiatry to join hands to form a multidisciplinary clinic for children with autism and learning difficulties in 2011. However, as neither department had space for this clinic, it was formed on borrowed space from the Department of Public Health. This limited its functioning to once a week. Today, the clinic has grown with a pediatrician, child psychiatrists, speech and language therapists, audiologists, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, a psychologist, a special educator, and a social worker, providing services to 1,500 children with varying disorders. But 5 years later, we are still in a borrowed space. We share this space with 3 other departments in the Faculty of Medicine and are able to use the space only for 2.5 days of the week. This severely limits the valuable services we can provide to the public. As the number of families we provide service to have grown, the space has become extremely cramped and inadequate.
The proposed new centre is an urgent requirement. This will provide modern facilities for children and their families. We will use new technologies and play-based therapy at this centre. This centre will also serve the purpose of training students and professionals in the multidisciplinary team. Also, we plan to do collaborative research and bring in culturally applicable methods of management, intervention, and long-term care for these children and their families. This center will be the hub of provision of new methodologies and technologies of care for children with disabilities, and therefore we are planning to connect by telemedicine and other methods with the 25 districts in Sri Lanka.
Do children with disability have abilities they can develop, you may ask? Let us take you on a journey that will open your eyes to unique abilities, a wealth our nation might miss if children do not receive early intervention. Let us read you a story that was produced by a group of children with mixed skills. They produced it for Ayathi with a special message for you.
Once upon a time, there lived a little girl in an ancient tank in Anuradhapura. Her name was Sayanu Baba. She had a Malli. His name was Iyanu Baba. They had 3 pets, a rabbit, an Ibba, and an Ittava. Sayanu Baba loved to fly kites. She made beautiful kites with her Malli. She was happy flying kites, but she wished for one thing more. She wished she had some friends. Her Malli had lots of friends. He could run, jump, and talk. She found it difficult to talk. She could not run or jump, but she could walk slowly, like her Ibba and Ittava friends. She wished she could fly in the sky like a beautiful kite. Maybe then others would see her, and she could have friends. One day, she was flying a kite near the tank. Suddenly, she heard a sound. Sss, sss, sss. She looked around and saw an Ayanu Baba, Yayanu Baba, and Tiyanu Baba. They stared at her kite. "Your kite is beautiful," they said. "Can we play with you?" they asked. "Okay," she said. They played hide and seek in a banyan tree. The animals played with them. Elephants, leopard, batichas, peacocks, and wild boars. Then they got on the back of elephants and went to Ruan Valley Saya. After that, they went to a village tank with the elephants and bathed. They sat in the water and ate mangoes. They saw butterflies. They saw bees. Then suddenly, Ayanu Baba said, "Let's go to India." "How do we go?" asked Sayanu Baba. They saw some hornbills. "Let's ask the birds to take us," said Ayanu Baba. The hornbills agreed and they all flew to India. They went to see the Thiruvananthapuram Zoo and the Gir National Park. They saw Hindu temples. They ate laddu. Then they all came back to Anuradhapura on the hornbills. On the way, they stopped at Kakirava stores to eat buns and drink plain tea. Then they all went home. Sayanu Baba was so happy. She had found friends in Ayathi. The end.
In this group of children who produced this story and its artwork, do not ask us who had a diagnosis or a disability and who did not. See their talent. Hear it. Feel it. Every child has a unique potential to contribute in a very special way to his or her culture and community. Give children Ayathi to reach their own unique potential, and Ayathi will give back to us children that can bloom.